Hello, I know I made a video for today, so this is going to be a second one. I talk about my anxiety and my depression. I never went over how I deal with it. I know there's coping mechanisms, but there's also medication. I decided to show some of the medication I take, and one thing that's a main part that's missing that most people will probably think about. Um, let's see, the main thing I take. Let me find it here. Lorazepam. I usually take two of those. It basically helps you calm down, forget. They use them for surgical procedures and stuff like that to help the patients relax. I take those. That's for the anxiety that I get. Um, I also take Cupitan from Rantat. That's kind of a depression medication type thing. It also helps with sleep. Basically, it's for sleep. Um, Lorazepam, another one that's supposed to be for depression, but helps you sleep. Let's see here. This is cyclobenzapine. It doesn't help with anxiety or anything, but when I was having back problems, back aches, it's a muscle relaxer. I prescribed that, so I do take those if I need it. Um, for the one thing for being diabetic, I got neuropathy. So one of the things I take is gabapentin. So it does supposedly help you with the pain from the neuropathy, but it's supposedly also, from what I found out, it helps you with anxiety. I didn't know that when I was taking it, but apparently, from what I read, it does. Another diabetic medication I take is metformin. It's right here. Let's see. My medication. This is live and unscripted. And basically, it's for cholesterol. Being a fat guy. Another one this is what I take for anxiety and stress. This is just a basic supplement. I don't think it really helps that much. Nature's Bounty. That's what it's called. And I also take some magnesium. Another supplement. Maybe help with sleep. But anyway, that's the medication I take right now. Probably one thing you are noticing that is missing is a really big time antidepressant. That's like your Wellbutrin and stuff like that. Um, those are the big SSIs. I think what they call them. That they do something to your brain. Makes like I'm not well versed in it. Makes you happy. Are happier and less depressed, and supposedly helps with your anxiety. I did take them before, back in May of 2023. I might have mentioned this, but I've seen a psychiatrist nurse practitioner, and she prescribed Zoloft. So I started taking that. It was okay. Then I started noticing I was waking up like at 4 a.m. and not being able to go back to sleep, which is unusual for me. I get up and go use the bathroom, but I can usually go back to sleep. And that started for a couple weeks. And then it hit where I couldn't go to sleep at all. I mean, I was up all night, one time for 3 nights straight. And you can't do that and function. So, and that even made the depression even worse and the anxiety even worse. So I called this nurse practitioner and I say, a lot of doctors out there have, once I've seen, a lot of them have good what they call bedside manner, where they're nice to their patients. They're there to help you. That's what they're there to do. They're there to help. The one I seen, she was not nice at all. terrible bedside manner. She would talk over you. She would basically, if you try to ask a question or something like that, she'd tell you, "I'm talking." She doesn't listen to her patients. To me, that's a horrible way to do medication. And so I called her office and I didn't get a response, so I called again. And she finally called back and told me to stop taking the Zoloft. After that, the side effects I had for a long time. I would have body tremors. I still had insomnia. Finally, I think I'm over it. I still get body shakes here and there, but they said that's from the anxiety. And I have twitching in my fingers sometimes and stuff like that. But she was just plain horrible, and I stopped going immediately after that. I stopped going to her. My therapist is in the same building. I mentioned something, and she said, "Yeah, I have other clients that has mentioned something too about her." And why you would keep someone on staff like that is beyond me. I send you to some of the videos. The doctors on there are so nice to their patients, and especially if you have mental health issues. Those people, that's really something that you need to have good bedside manner with, because those people like me who are dealing with depression and anxiety, they don't need to be talked down to or basically made belittled, or basically say I know what's best and shut up, and that kind of doctoring is beyond me. Like I said, I stopped. I found a psychiatrist. She was really nice. Unfortunately, she went to I have to see another one in September that they got, so I don't know how nice she's going to be. But I did like the therapist. I lost her, and I have to see another one. So that's the downside of having mental health problems and dealing with doctors that specialize in it. A lot of them will leave the practice or go to different things, and you're basically stuck with finding someone else or getting someone else and starting all over again. But anyway, I know this is the second video. I thought about this earlier. I thought, well, why don't you share some of the medication I take? And I know others take different stuff, and and it's basically like so weird, because when I was younger, in my 20s, I never took any medication except for aspirin. And you can tell when you're getting old when your medication starts to pile up. So yeah, now I understand what my mom and grandma and then went through when they had those medication bottles in the pantry and stuff like that. So anyway, I don't want to make this a long one. Just wanted to share some of the medications. I thought earlier would be interesting, and if not, then I'm sorry. But anyway, have a good day, and talk to you later.